This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. Annyeonghaseyo! Welcome to another video. Today we're starting off the day by getting our workout on as much as workout on as much as possible. Then we're gonna go skateboarding right away. 6:30 a.m. That's when you gotta get it started. So it takes like zero effort for my arms to get completely exhausted, but Cherry Park is right there. So we are gonna go skateboarding right away. And the goal for this morning is to try to land a nose manual nollie 360 flip. Cherry Skate Park. Now this is the park I was pretty much skating every single day when I was living in Long Beach. So the session's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. And hopefully there's no weirdos at the park. So there are just two skaters at the park, but there are certain people that go to skate parks, which I will elaborate more on in just a minute after I skate, but
Pleasure skating with you, man.
dude, thanks for all the help. Thanks for the advice too. Hey, how's it going, man? Take care. Good to meet you.
Skating with you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care. Yeah! I'm so glad that last trick worked out. It didn't feel like I was gonna have it at all while I was trying it. It wasn't flipping. It was just spinning, and I was like, I'm doomed to sadness, and then it worked out. So the thing about traveling is when I go out of town, it's so hard to stay focused on keeping my productive morning that I get to do in New York City because I just understand the city better. But luckily, I've lived here before, so this morning routine is gonna be I ate it all in the car. Since it's gloomy outside anyways, I might stick around here a little bit, get some work done, get my meditate on, and probably work on a doodle a little bit, because I've been doing that every single morning, at least an hour of drawing / doodling, because it's good for the brain, and it's just a skill to get better at. So I lost my drawing book, which is like 100 pages worth of doodles. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna go buy another one. It's fine. Yeah. Starting from scratch is kind of cool anyways, because I can draw better now, so. But memories, goodbye. But I also didn't vlog yesterday, and the reason is because I spent the entire day trying to get my podcast exported and online, and out of 18 hours of being awake, I couldn't get it done. So overnight, I tried to have things going. I tried to render it and export it while I was sleeping, but my computer crashed. So here I am today again at 11:40 a.m. I have till 5 p.m. That's literally 5.5 hours to get a video online. That's it. Can I get it done? Probably not, because I spent 18 hours yesterday trying. So we're gonna do everything in our power to get that done. But I also have to leave, so yeah. By the way, if you haven't checked out my new website, I designed it with Squarespace. Now the idea of Squarespace is to make your identity easy with any new business venture that you're pursuing. I mean, the fact that I can create this website and expand on it is a miracle and requires something as simple as Squarespace. It's never been easier to sell products online. It's simple to set up, to transfer your domain. So if you haven't already tried Squarespace, I would 100% recommend going in the description down below, clicking that link, trying it out, and start creating the identity for your legacy. Let's do this! 2.5 hours just to render. 1 p.m. now. My computer just cut off. That means I have to start over with the rendering. I'm not gonna get this done. I have 3 hours and 40 minutes, and this isn't gonna happen. Okay, more on this soon. Work first, foam at the mouth later. Okay, so the video is finally exporting. Let's see how long it's gonna take. It says 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's not horrible. Okay, hour 33. It's coming up a little bit. Hour and 40. If you guys could feel my anxiety right now, I gotta lay down for about 12, 13 seconds, and then lunch. I completely even forgot about eating food. I guess that's important. All right, let's do that while this is happening. Even just being outside though, in California, pretty easy to feel better. Just seems like I'm like a ball of stress running and running and running and trying to get this, but I love this. I love this whole process of just trying to grind as fast as I can and as hard as I can to get as much as I possibly can out of every single day. But the morning sessions are crucial to avoid a certain crowd of people. Skateparks can lend to some of the worst people you'll find on the planet, and there's so many videos out there talking about the worst people ever are scooterers, but that's very far from the truth. It's just beginners that are difficult to deal with. They're not the worst, but beginners usually get in the way. They don't have skate park etiquette yet, and I do think it's important to learn how to at least roll around, figure out a skateboard a little bit before you go to a skate park where you're in a battle rink full of other skaters. But what's worse than that is people who play sports in the park. I've seen that too, or parents who let their kids play around in skate parks who aren't skateboarding or trying to do something to utilize the park. That's terrible. In that case, I always blame the parents for letting their kids just climb and fall around, and it's kind of dangerous. But something that I think is worse than that is people who linger in the park. People who sort of just gravitate towards there, maybe full-grown men, or sometimes homeless people will sleep there. I hate that. Skateboarders are nice about it, of course, but it is irritating not to be able to skate a certain obstacle because somebody is sitting there or laying there when it's built for you to ride the skateboard thing. Now, what's even worse than all of that is people who come to the skate park, yes, this is a thing, to sell drugs to kids.
I get angry just thinking about it makes me mad. Little kids doing drugs, it turns my stomach.
Now people come to the skate park all the time. They sell weed to each other. It happens, all right? Not saying it happens everywhere, but it happens. But in my hometown of Columbia, South Carolina, I remember I was there, and this guy comes up on a bike, and this 12-year-old kid was pulling change out of his pocket and saying, "Is this enough?" It was like 34 cents, and the guy was like, "Nah, man." But before, that guy had sold weed to this kid. There are obvious issues with that, but a lot of times people think of skateboarders as these freaks and geeks of society. So they think, well, I'm a freak and a geek, so I should go hang out at the skate park with the other guys. So there are people who don't skate at all who stroll around at the skate park, and this guy who was selling weed to this kid didn't even skateboard. He was just a guy who thought he belonged at this park because he was sort of a freak, but he was a freak who sold drugs to kids.
I just want to shake some sense into you kids that are using drugs and thinking about using.
Do you have those people at your local skate park? Because I think it's the worst.
So remember, don't, or else. Okay?
Sorry about the tangent. I just think it's one of those things that a lot of us see, and it is frustrating universally. And if you don't skate and you think that the skate park is the place that you belong, it's not. I promise, it's not that kind of place. It's just a place where people go and practice their skate skills. That's pretty much the gist of it, and where skateboarders can go somewhere where they relate to each other. There are a lot of other places to go to for, I don't know, people who feel like outcasts, I guess. But if you want to go to the skate park that bad,
don't, or else.
Just bring a skateboard.
Okay?
It's done. We did it. And there's a special guest that has just arrived to the scene.
What's up? It's your girl, Xiaojiqi. I'm so stoked for John. He's absolutely crushing it.
Thanks, bruv.
But I'm very depressed because David and Liza broke up.
I didn't, you know, let's not talk about that. You know, we're having a good night. Today's already stressful enough.
You know what we should do to celebrate? We should go through because
let's celebrate their breakup by how happy we are together.
Yes. Actually, I'm breaking up with her.
What's up, though?